This is In Other News for Friday, September 16th, 2011. In Other News is brought to you by Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. Forget YouTube, you can see elephants and lions in real life.
I thought they were extinct.
No, they're actually in the circus.
I thought it was like Jurassic Park. Maybe they were just like animatronics, Steven Spielberg or something.
Welcome to In Other News. I'm Iyaz Akhtar.
I'm Tony Wang.
And I'm Liz Romero.
And this is the show where we discover the uncovered stories in tech and sometimes a little bit of science, but not so much science today. So let's go ahead and discuss things that are not in the headlines. And we don't have fancy bumpers yet. This is a very, very alpha show. And I think we're staying on the living room set. Before we used to be in the set in the back over there, the new set. But it's the morning, so we're just going to chill out in our nice living room set.
It's more
with beverages.
With beverages. It's Liquid Friday, so we have what do you have there? You have a screwdriver?
Yes.
I have an Irish coffee.
McDonald's.
It's just as deadly.
All right, so let's go to not the headlines.
All right.
Up top, first we have free music for everyone. Now, this week, you guys may have seen that Mog went free, but also Rdio is doing a similar thing. There's going to be two differences, though. If you want to access Rdio and you want it free, it will not have ads, but the company will not tell you how long your free period is. They'll just go ahead and get rid of your free trial period whenever they want. So you have to interact with Rdio and actually use it in things, but you never know when they'll cut it off. You guys want to use Rdio because of that, or Mog? Because I know I'm using Mog now. Although Mog, by the way, is a little detail. If you already used Mog, and back when it was a 2-week free trial, guess what? If you try to get to free play now, you can't do that. You have to set up a whole new account to get that.
That blows.
Is there...
Okay, I'm old school. I'm still using Pandora.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
Pandora?
I don't mind the lady telling me how awesome Go to My PC is every 5 songs. It's fine.
Well, it's like 20, like, what is it for to have it so you don't get those commercials?
I think it's $10. It's about $10.
I think it's about $10.
Yeah,
is it a month?
I think so.
I'm a big fan of Spotify right now because right now those ads, I kind of like the ads. And this is why. This is going to sound nuts. They actually tell you how to use Spotify. They're like, hey, if you like this song, go to your history. Like, I didn't know there was a history function in there. So I'm like, this is actually somewhat useful, except when they actually keep telling you, you should subscribe to this playlist that you're already subscribed to. So why are they constantly telling you to subscribe to it? Like, can't they just check?
They need smarter ads. Maybe like iAds.
iAds? That's horrible. But yeah, so I think that, I mean, with Rdio going free, Mog is free, Spotify is still free right now. You got this enticing anybody? You just stick to Pandora, or?
Well, PC Guy in the chat room mentioned that you need to have Facebook to use this.
Use what?
True?
Rdio?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it connects to it.
Were you in the chat room right now?
No.
Oh.
As a running gag, Tony's never going to be in the chat room. For some reason, he will watch from afar.
I get distracted easily, so
But it's right there. What's the difference?
That's distracting me.
That's
I'm not looking at it.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. Yeah. Well, also a thing not in the headlines. Coming soon to SkyDrive Wave 5, they're actually going to be letting you have unlimited photos and document storage. There you go.
Alpha show.
I'm not used to having that up right there. This is actually done through Windows Live. They are now offering up to 25 gigabyte, which is more than Google Docs, and Picasso offers for free. So we use Google Docs for everything. Have any of you guys used SkyDrive?
I know that on Windows Weekly they use SkyDrive almost exclusively. I used to use that a while ago, but it's not too bad. Unlimited photos and documents. So instead of worrying, that's kind of strange though. Like, couldn't you just go ahead and take your file, change the extension, and just keep uploading all you want? Like, are they checking? Well,
I know I'm going to be telling my friends about this. I have lots of friends, and not to mention my old HP at home. Yes, the one that has no storage left. I'm actually going to probably put all my photos and a lot of stuff on there that's taking up all my speed and storage because it's very old.
I think our own Alex Gumpel uses this, but he's not here right now. So
he uses SkyDrive?
I think.
Well, he's a Windows lover,
yeah,
for
he's
sure.
got a Windows Phone 7.
Yeah, and this is used for Windows Phone, large Hotmail attachments, Office web apps. So I could see him doing it. Yes.
Yeah.
So are you going to put all your stuff in the cloud with Microsoft?
Maybe. I'm debating. It's under debate.
Didn't they have a little oopsie with the what is it, Sidekick? They kind of deleted everybody's data by accident?
It might have happened. I don't remember,
Yeah.
actually. That sounds
while ago.
it's possible.
Yeah.
Or did they just phase it out, kind of like what they did with the whole Kin
This is
Studio
before
thing?
they phased it out. They
Oh, before they phased it out?
Yeah.
It's like, well, they should have just phased it out when they deleted everything.
yeah, just to say that they were actually phasing it out instead of deleting. Speaking of things that suck, Facebook Facebook sucks a lot of the time out of Americans, according to Nielsen. The survey they did, Americans spend about, I can't believe this when I read the story, 53.5 billion minutes in the month of May on Facebook. And to put things in perspective, that's about 12.5 billion minutes on Google, 11.4 on AOL Media, which includes probably Engadget and those blogs, 9.5 billion minutes on MSN Windows Live blog and Bling, and that's all Alex.
Bing,
and
not Bling.
Bing. Did I say Bling?
I think you said Bling.
Bling.
That's another property from Microsoft.
I don't really believe this is a valid survey because they did this right before Google Plus came out. And also, the number 2 website that people are having their time sucked from to is 17.2 billion minutes on Yahoo.
On Yahoo. That's right. So wait
The
a second.
only person I know that uses Yahoo is my dad, and he uses it for email.
That's probably because it's like the default, right? So Yahoo's already set. You go to it, or it's running in another tab somewhere. Like the 53 billion minutes on Facebook could be a lot of reasons, right? Facebook Connect is on everything, so technically, I think you're in Facebook when you connect.
Oh, they're counting them.
On top of that, you have I don't know. You ever try to go to your privacy settings and try to change anything? It takes you like an hour to figure out stuff.
Right.
So maybe
It's a hedge
minutes.
maze.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how you're always in Facebook, and there's another ad. You're like, hey,
We should follow up with this for the month of June, July, and see how.
keep watching if Facebook
see
is
if Google
sucking
comes
time.
up with Google Plus.
Well, I know Richard Yah in our chat room actually sends 6,500 minutes on tweets. Mira?
Really?
How are
Yeah.
you getting the number?
What?
He's
Oh, he was in the
self-reporting.
Oh,
it.
he's
I believe in him, man. I believe
The
in
other
him.
thing about this, though, like this is a survey, right? So these are people who are dumb enough to actually take the survey, hence the Yahoo
Right.
numbers, right? Like how many people can't go like, I'm not going to talk to you right now.
This survey was on Facebook. It makes perfect sense now.
So biased.
Yeah.
And now this would be the part where we would have an ad if this was a real show, but it's not. But we're going to plug something anyway. There's this thing called Netflix. You ever heard of Netflix?
No, I actually know.
Well, it's a place where you can get instant streaming movies right to your computer or your Xbox or Wii or whatever you have. Maybe even
I'm
actually
even trying to find my phone.
even
I've
on
never
your
heard of this
iPhone.
thing. Yeah,
It's
no.
called Netflix.
No.
And if you have never tried it, right, you could try out it for free 30 days. Netflix.com/twit. Isn't that convenient?
Oh, that thing? See, I'm not
Oh,
a
yes.
member.
The red thing.
You could become a member.
Really?
You could try it for free 30 days, and if you don't like it for some reason, which I doubt, you can cancel after 30 days.
Do you
Unlimited
guarantee
streaming.
it?
Do I guarantee that you can cancel? Yes, I
We
can.
can guarantee it's free for 30 days.
Yes,
There
can
you
get-
go.
If you go to netflix.com/twit, that's how the ad would sound if I was any good at it. So there we go.
Do you have a recommendation for Netflix?
On Netflix right now, I think there is the top 2 movies on Stars, which is going away soon, is The Sting and The Thing.
What?
So I want to watch both.
The Sting is really good.
It's you can sort the watch instantly movies by stars, by actual star ratings, and The Sting and The Thing.
I don't know if Netflix works on your VCR. That's a good question. We used to research that, right? Yeah.
Well,
Doesn't.
you can make it happen. I can make it happen. There it is. Look,
Make
there's
it
Apollo
happen,
13.
I don't think of it.
The Pixar story, if you'd like to know more about Luxo and Steve Jobs. There you go. And now it's time for Tony's favorite part of the show, which doesn't have a name, the Tony Wang Memorial Block. SanDisk introduced a 64 gigabyte micro SDXC card. Now I know that nobody here is excited but me. I'm the only one who's excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, no phone these days can actually use this. Now, what you're seeing is actually the adapter. There's a smaller card that goes into this adapter. You can put up to 64 gigabytes on this little card, and this is the first one that's introduced Now, again, you're seeing the full SDXC. If you scroll down, Colin, you can see this all the way on the left there. That's actually the card. You see how small that is? Now, the problem is no phone today can actually take advantage of this because they don't have micro SDXC yet. But in the
Old
future,
school ones do.
No, not SDXC. It'll do
not
SDHC.
Oh, sorry.
Not 64 gigs.
Yeah,
either,
so this is a new thing, and another company had announced this, but SanDisk is actually getting out. It's going to be released next month for $220. So if you buy an Android phone one day, or a Windows phone, you can put 64 gigabytes into it for $200. It's not a bad deal, I think. And they also released something called a Memory Vault, which is a 16 gigabyte flash drive, which for $50 you get 8 gigabytes. For $90 you get 16 gigabytes. And the reason why it's called the Memory Vault is because it's supposed to store stuff for 100 years. 100 years. And of course it comes with, guess what? A lifetime warranty.
Yay!
They're still making memory vaults? Wow.
What do you mean still making them?
I remember when they were like 2 gigs.
These things?
Yeah, oh wait, I'm thinking the Sony ones.
No.
Never mind.
This is the Memory Vault. So nobody's excited about storage but me.
I'm going to use the cloud.
You're going to SkyDrive.
If you want to spend $220 on that SDXC card, you could use it on your camera.
Yeah.
It is rated at 95 megabytes, so that's really fast.
Well, think about it. I mean, cameras are getting on phones are getting better and better, right? So let's say you want to.
Oh, I mean, you can use it in your digital SLR.
Yeah, that too. I'm just thinking of like one day when you want to do 4K on your iPhone, 30, like you can use this thing. So I'm jumping way ahead. I don't think there'll ever be an SD card on a
iPhone 30.
Well, sure, iPhone 30.
No.
It's going to come right after the 5. That's why.
No.
And another story would be that the Amazon Kindle tablet, yes, the thing that's not even out yet, they have been having debates about what exactly will be.
There you go. I'm going to pull you this way.
Oh, I'm not used to that. Okay. They're actually been projecting what will be the realistic amounts of sales. Original estimates were 4 to 5 million. Now they're saying 2 million. You know what? I think we should do like a little psychic thing because how many pictures, how much realistic things have we seen about this? And they're already debating about, no, it's going to be this. No, it's going to be this.
Well, I mean, the first report says 4 million sold for a product that doesn't exist. Then the number gets cut even further by another person at Barclays. Barclays analyst is the one who actually did this. And it's a strange thing. It's like, there's no product. There's no announcement. There's nothing. How can you keep cutting like a fictitious projection? Like, what's the point of this?
Well, the only thing it was showing in that article was just saying available in November for $250. There wasn't really that much saying about the actual tablet.
But that's not official. It's that's the rumor. November, $250, Amazon Kindle tablet. That's just going to be called the Kindle from what we've heard. But
it's going to kill my Kindle I just got.
Would you upgrade? I mean, is that something you would be?
Well, I just got it, so.
Well, it could supplement your Kindle. This thing is a color thing, and
yeah.
Well, I think before getting a tablet, I think I probably should get a computer.
Well, you could probably use it to replace that thing. Maybe it could go online and you could handle.
Oh, poor girl.
Can you see this? You can't see the size of this laptop properly. You can't appreciate this. This thing is about 30 pounds.
Okay, well.
It almost took its own suicide dive there.
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
And now to you, Tony.
Some tab issues here.
Are you having
in other news? App enables surfing over SMS MMS through T-Mobile. Smoothie is.
Yeah.
I keep hitting this mic.
Smoothie is just a wrapper around the standard Android browser, but instead of requiring a data connection, everything is funneled through SMS and MMS.
It's a workaround.
But don't they charge you more for SMS and MMS?
Well, say you had an unlimited SMS, or you had data, and you have a data cap, right? So if you have a data cap, the SMS messages don't count towards that. So this little workaround, if you wanted to get all your data, you just keep going through Smozzy or Smoozy, whatever it's called. Is it Smozzy? It's Smozzy, actually.
Smozzy.
Yeah, so I think it's a cool little thing. This story was almost in the lineup like 40 times during the week. We only do the show 5 times a week, so it's even crazier.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, I'm just thinking about this. I might have T-Mobile, but I don't think...
You wouldn't try this?
No.
Everything is funneled.
Not your cup of tea.
There's 4G on T-Mobile, unlimited data.
I was reading what it actually does is it
The
funnels.
voice of God.
Are you on mic?
I am.
Okay.
It funnels through MMS. It just sends you a screenshot of the website, basically.
Oh.
That's it's a good little trick though.
I thought it was like, sending HTML code as, 140 character chunks and assembling a page.
Well, it's not like it's going to work with, I don't know, live.twit.tv or something. I mean, they're not going to send you a
Can't watch
screenshot.
videos.
Can you believe that would be interesting to just send you like it does say unlimited though. So you can I guess you could keep pinging it and get video frame by frame by frame. I don't know if you're going to get any audio on top of that.
No.
It's MMS, maybe. You just get a small clip. It'll sound like we're extremely drunk or slow.
I just thought we moved on from MMS with all the Skyping and the FaceTiming and the...
Who's using FaceTime? Are you using FaceTime?
I know people.
Are you using FaceTime?
Only when I accidentally hit it when I'm talking on the phone. And I'm like, no! Because they don't have an iPhone. All of a sudden, you just like, I'm like, oh, darn it. Especially when I'm on the phone, been on hold for a really long time and accidentally hit it. It's awesome. Yeah, I enjoy it.
On to the communications. We have an email address and a phone number. And you can actually contact us. iontwit@gmail.com. That's iontwit@gmail.com. Or you could send us a voicemail at 321-22-OTHER. It's very exciting. We got an email from Jay. Just caught the show, and I like the living room set over the TNT set, mainly because it's early morning and the living room set is more comfy, cozy for an early AM style show. Smiley. Plus, I like the large screen behind showing graphics and stories as y'all talk about them in the wide shot, and while the lower light setting of the closeness of the living room set. I'm reading this word for word, by the way. So count my vote for the living room set, Smiley, if you're taking a vote. Thank you, Jay.
I like the y'alls and smiley face. It just sounded so proper coming out of you.
Well, yeah. I think I like this living room set better than that over there. It's early, relax. I'm leaning back. I'm one of the few people who are not using. Oh, you guys got rid of the cushions too? Normally people sit like this.
I just couldn't find one.
They sit like this in the chair.
Yours is
because they want to sit
right
up
there.
straight.
Oh.
But I like to just kind of relax.
I'll just hold it like this.
This is how I sit at home. So this is how I'm going to sit on the show. Do you have a vote back there? Voice of God.
I like the living room.
You like the living room?
Yeah. That's
Is that
all I
because
got.
you designed it?
Yeah.
I didn't design it.
Yes, you did.
Brent By designed it.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
It was the voice of God back
It was
there.
Ozzy.
And Roger. Roger designed
And Roger, kind of, yeah. Roger.
Roger Rabbit.
And we got a voicemail. Can you just start playing this one?
Hi, I think his name is Tony. He was wondering where the word Big Apple came from to describe New York. Okay, I got this from Steven Van Zandt. He was an actor on The Sopranos for many years. Also, he has a radio show that's on Sirius Radio, and it's also on regular FM called UndergroundGarage.com, if you want to go to the website. If not, it's just called Underground Garage. Okay, number one, he said that at the turn of the century, Manhattan was famous in North America for having the best houses of prostitution. Well, Wall Street. It was the center of money in North America. So, of course, you're going to have the best houses. So, there was this woman that ran the best house in all of Manhattan, and the slang was, her girls are the apple in a man's eye.
You haven't heard this.
Because she had the best girls. She had the best house. So, somehow, the slang, the Big Apple, I think referring to her place as the best house of prostitution, the Big Apple, got its slang. Now, I don't think they're referring to Manhattan. Like I said, they're referring to a house of prostitution, but somehow it stuck, and they called Manhattan the Big Apple. So that's according to Steven Van Zandt. You can go to undergroundgarage.com, make a comment, ask him a question. If you don't believe it or whatever, but that's what he says. Anyway, thought I'd let you know. Bye.
Okay, so we do have a voicemail, right? 321-22-OTHER. There's the numbers on the screen right now, 321-226-8437. Okay, so if you leave a voicemail like that, okay, and you're basically retest like a Wikipedia page,
Yeah, exactly.
that might be the only time that ever gets on the air because it just goes on and on. I was going to cut that off, but I didn't realize you hadn't listened to it yet, Tony. And it was addressed to somebody he thought was named Tony.
Yeah.
So considering
Questionable.
unless he said Tony with an I doubt he was
my
talking
dad's
about
name
you.
is Tony. My brother's name is Tony. They could have, associate that way.
Yeah,
You never know.
This is, yeah, exactly. That,
Right.
that voicemail is exactly why this is an alpha. So hopefully when this show graduates, or maybe even next week, you guys can call 321-22-OTHER and say, hey, I like this thing, or hey, have you checked out this story? Because there are some really interesting stories that are just going around the tech world that get buried by gigantic, huge news like Windows 8 build conferences going on right now. It's all
you
Windows
love
8.
stories.
Yeah, just it's everywhere like this, right? But the stories that are up here, that'll get covered. Like Twit'll cover it, TNT will cover it. But these are the little stories. There's like that little nice laid-back stuff, not super serious kind of stuff. And now it's time for the Minority Report, which we don't have a thing. It's not what you think it is.
Graphic and sound here.
Graphic here. By the way, the
Inserts.
Minority Report is not what you think it is. It's actually us talking about a future thing, like the Minority Report.
Future news and products and
Yep.
whatnot. And so this week we have, I believe you found this.
I did find this.
You did find this. Okay. I can't pronounce that.
Levitator.
but Levitator. It's missing a letter in the It's a Levitator portable Bluetooth keyboard with retractable keys. And if we could get...
That's a picture of it. Can we play the video?
Yeah, can we play the video?
No. Yeah.
Thank you for visiting my Kickstarter page.
we don't need
with
the
My
no
name is
audio.
James Tump. My company's Interax.
Okay. So I think it's really great that in... What's the video? Okay.
I think you could jump ahead a little because this is
in
a
the,
pretty pretentious video.
In the economy...
There
that
we go.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. In the video, there's a woman. She's going towards this flat slab, and she's going to press a little button and watch what happens.
do it.
It was not the history eraser button. It's actually involved with the keyboard, a flat surface, and then the keys come up.
That's amazing.
The idea is that you would travel with this device.
All right, hold
Right.
on.
What's that?
Let's wind that back.
Oh.
That was a fade. They didn't even come up.
Yeah, it didn't... That was a very well edited fade.
Yes. It.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it is.
So,
Well, hang on, wait a second. It's a Kickstarter project. Okay.
Right.
It is not. It is not an actual product yet.
Right.
That's why it's a future technology. Okay. So before we completely crap on it, which we will.
What do you want to start, or should I? I think if you like to start
Start with what?
crapping on it.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Go.
I like the product because you're going to carry a keyboard around. Okay. If you're going to carry a Bluetooth keyboard for your iPhone or iPad or something like that, or an Android device, you don't want to lose the keys in the bag or anything. You don't have to have a case for your keyboard or anything like that. And I thought this is kind of a neat little thing. And the goal of the inventor is to actually get these built into tablets. So you'd have a flat surface, like maybe that bezel
Right.
there, and it would
Right.
turn into a keyboard. I'm like, that's
Right.
kind of a good idea when you need it. Anyway, so I'm not going to actually crap on it.
Was that me
Okay.
or was that really thick?
Did you want to crap on it?
No, how thick was it though?
12.5
'cause-
millimeters thick. That's about thicker than an iPhone. I don't actually know how thick an iPhone is.
We're just trying to.
So
Liz is completely stunned by this.
okay, so I'm gonna crap on it.
I'm looking up.
Okay, so I think it's great that this guy is doing this
Yeah.
because of the economy and job loss and everything. So I think the concept is great, but I think he's missing the point of a keyboard is that you want the tactile feedback. You
Yeah.
want to have key travel. You want to have durability because you're pounding on that thing all day long, in your email.
Right, but that's it will have travel. The keys will have travel.
Right, but here's the thing. If you're designing the keys to, pop
Rise.
out every time, what if that breaks? What if one day you take your keyboard off your bag, you press the button, and nothing happens?
You got to buy another one.
The end of the world.
buy another
happens.
one.
There you
Ah.
go. Come on. That's how the business works. Like why do you think they keep tearing up the roads every couple
Yeah,
of years?
I think it's great he's doing this.
Planned obsolescence.
There's so many other alternatives out there.
Like what? What alternatives could there possibly be, Tony Wang?
If you're gonna do aluminum keyboard and you want something that feels good and you love your iPad, right? And this is a beautiful piece of thing.
That's a special edition iPad with,
Right, this
with
is
Twit
the
sticker.
The Twit edition. So you don't get for the same price or less, you can get a wireless aluminum keyboard from Apple, and that thing will cut things. It will cut and dice, and you can cook with it and everything. It's thinner, it's more portable, better battery life, and yeah, you can. And you have all these other alternatives from.
What is this? A product show?
From Logitech.
Hang on, look at this. We need a shot of Tony's
They make keyboards.
And
they've been doing this for a long time. And these are all Bluetooth, and it comes with a case and the stand. And if you want something that's, transforms, you got this other one.
Whoa.
These are yours?
This is not mine, but yeah, I mean, you can put your, it's.
Watch out for the warning labels.
It's like a stowaway.
Yeah, it's just a stove. It's a little, and it splits in half, and so these are all existing products.
So you're saying
with
the future
different
is,
form factors.
The future is now, apparently. Don't even bother. Don't help this guy out. Don't have a Kickstarter. Don't have any inventions. Logitech's got it down already.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess if you wanted this in the future, you don't have to even wait. You could just go to Logitech.
You can get, seriously, if you want aluminum
Who is not a
keyboard.
sponsor,
Well,
by
this
the way.
seems like something where it's kind of like the Jetsons, where it's kind of like, here, I'm going to do this, and it'll be fantastic, even though it's really thick and it's
This
not
is really the Nintendo 3DS.
That is not very nice to say.
Whoa.
It is. I hate to say it,
That
but
is really
it is. I mean, that's
Wow.
what it is. That's a low blow.
Dang,
That
yeah, it
That
is.
is not good. And
Yeah.
now it is time for the segment formerly known as the footnotes, now known as the little guys.
Little guys.
These are the tiniest stories of the week. Teeny tiny. We also need a bumper for this. All right, going to the little guys.
Insert bumper
A
and
little
music here.
bumper.
A little bumper. Just
Yeah.
like, dee, 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 little guy. Just it should be like miniature.
Should we have like a little Napoleon guy running across the screen like, no?
That's actually
Like
pretty good.
Napoleon Dynamite.
A little Napoleon guy? No. Little man syndrome guy?
Alpha
Yeah.
show. Remember, this is an alpha show. Keeping the worldwide lawsuit tour going, Apple sued Samsung in the UK on Wednesday over Android, but the particular patents haven't been identified yet. That was exciting. That's the entire story.
So you just sue first, identify later.
Exactly.
All right. Good. HP announced that it only took 6 hours to sell out its entire inventory of pre-3s. It wasn't cheap at 169 British pounds. Maybe there's a lot of collectors out there. I, for one, have to say, I didn't have time to watch TNT this week, so I had no idea this was on sale.
Yeah, we didn't mention it because we didn't think anybody would care. Apparently, people wanted to buy it.
And another story is Carol Bartz, who was fired as Yahoo CEO last week, decided to resign from Yahoo board on the 9th of September. Bartz, also Yahoo's board, called them doofuses.
Bart had called Yahoo's board
Right.
doofuses.
Doofuses. So by resigning, she is not a doofus.
There you go. See, that's important. You gotta make sure you're not a doofus.
Doofuses. She also said some other words, but
Yeah.
we don't.
Fortune, published that. A lot of swears in there.
Yeah.
A rumor was floating around that Samsung would buy Migo, Intel's mobile Linux distribution. Samsung, ever the rumor killer, said we can't buy it because it's open source. We don't even know where these rumors are coming from. So they were supposed to buy HP's business, the web OS, the PC business, and now Migo. They said no, they're not buying anything. Stop it.
No mas.
More details about the Sony Vita. Its battery life will be about the same as 3DS, and in a very Sony move, the Vita will use its own proprietary memory stick that range in price for about $30 to $124 for your 64 gigs.
Yeah.
Proprietary memory on the Vita. They didn't need to do that.
No.
It only works on the Vita, so.
All right. And another guy who kind of got denied on some love was Apple's latest security update leaves Power PC Max out in the cold. More surprisingly, Apple has been updating Power PC Max
Until this week.
Yeah.
Did anybody
I
even
didn't
know that they were doing this?
I thought that it would die a while ago.
The headline: Apple cancels security updates for Power PC Max. The real headline was they were still updating those things. Who
News
was
to me. I'm gonna go home and update my
your G4?
Yeah, my little 12-inch,
Your iBook.
my PowerBook.
You have a 12-inch PowerBook at home, and it's not. It's not in the museum. Does it work?
Somebody would steal it. Yeah, it works.
I would take it.
Yeah,
that
I
would
know,
be me.
I know.
Okay, don't forget, guys, you can send us an email. You have feedback. We want to hear it. Hopefully, you're telling us about story ideas and maybe even feedback about the program. Maybe even you want to send us some bumpers or some graphics. This graphic back here was designed by Joshua Dill. This show was named by a fellow named Ryan Loudermilk just because we had conversation. So if you want to help us with the show, you can. You could send us an email at iontwit@gmail.com. That's IONTWIT @gmail.com. I'm going
Leave
to
us
slow
a
that down a
voicemail.
little.
Yeah, but also something I would want to mention, bricks. We're actually cutting those off at the end of this month.
Yep.
9:30 is when we are officially no more on the brick. So if you still need to get a brick, do it ASAP because we're cutting the cord soon.
That's at bricks.twit.tv, bricks.twit.tv.
Yep.
And this is not related to the bricks, but if you want to send us a voicemail, 321-22-OTHER. If you want to tell us what you want on your brick, we really can't help you on that voicemail
You can
number.
try to bribe me, so
But
I'll prove it.
Go to bricks.twit.tv for the bricks. For our voicemail, you can call us at 321-22-OTHER. If these messages get contaminated,
Cross-streamed.
cross-streamed, don't cross the streams.
Don't cross the
That's
streams
always
ever.
bad. So that's pretty much this. That's the end of this alpha episode. It's been fun.
Ich bin super.
Now we can kill the recording. Colin,
Kill it!
kill it.